Hello, busy dads and busy people everywhere. I'm just in my office right now getting some work done, but I thought I would take a very quick break to answer a question that one of my subscribers recently put to me. I thought it was a really great question, and the subscriber is a person named Haywood Bennett. So, Haywood, shout out to you. Here I am answering your question. So, Haywood asked me, what is your favorite burpee variation? The 6 count or the Navy SEAL, and why? And I couldn't resist making a video to answer that question for all of you today. Now, I guess the first thing we need to do when we're pursuing this question is to define what favorite means. Favorite definitely doesn't mean easiest. In that respect, favorite burpee could be least favorite burpee. That is, the one that you love most could be the one that is most difficult. Favorite means the one that you value most. And it really means if you had to decide to perform just one burpee variation, what would it be? That is your favorite burpee in this sense, even if it's the burpee that you find most difficult, most loathsome to perform. And so with that caveat, I'm going to come out and tell you all that it's very, very hard to pick favorites. And as I say this, I feel very guilty having picked a favorite. But my favorite burpee variation is the 6 count burpee. As soon as I say that, I feel a flood of guilt towards the Navy SEAL. My Navy SEAL tutorial video is the most widely watched tutorial video on that movement on the internet. I've introduced literally millions of people to this movement, and I'm so honored to have done so. If you know me at all, you know that I am evangelical about the benefits of the Navy SEAL. But if someone said to me, you can perform just one burpee variation for the rest of your life, which will it be? My answer would be the 6 count. Thank goodness we don't have to make that decision. On the Busy Dad program, you will become a practitioner of both and you will give each one equal weight. And so in saying that the 6 count is my favorite, I'm not saying that I'm going to privilege it any more than the Navy SEAL in my own programming, but if I did have to choose, it would be the 6 count, and let me tell you why. The Navy SEAL burpee is an unbelievably effective movement for the upper body. It is magic. It is, I think, the most effective movement for the upper body of any calisthenics movement. And I still don't know why that is. There is some magic, some alchemy that happens in this movement. Something, I think, to do with the way that you have to round your back as you bring your knee to your chest. Not only gets you all of the chest activation of a standard push-up, but it gets your lats involved, it gets your rear delts and your traps involved. It's unbelievably beneficial for your abs and your core. Just everything above the waist gets worked through the Navy SEAL like nothing else. The Navy SEAL as an upper body movement is the best in the world, and it trumps the 6 count without a shadow of a doubt. But as a full body movement, the Navy SEAL is lacking without a shadow of a doubt. If you perform nothing but Navy SEALs, you would be very top heavy. You would have a very strong upper body, but your legs would not get much of a working. More than that, the Navy SEAL does not deliver the same kinds of fitness gains, the same kind of cardiovascular gains as the 6 count. What will happen in a Navy SEAL workout, the limiting factor will be the hypertrophy in your chest, the fact that your chest is swollen and pumped and exhausted, but you won't have the same cardiovascular exhaustion to contend with. You won't be wading through nausea as you proceed through the workout. And that means that Navy SEAL workouts are intense, and they're their own thing, and they're a very special thing, and they're very demanding, but they are not difficult in the same way that a 6 count is, and they don't benefit the body as a whole and the cardiovascular system in particular in the same way that a 6 count does. The 6 count gets the entire body moving. The cardiovascular payoffs are incredible. As I'm standing here or sitting here, my resting heart rate is lower than 45 beats per minute. When I started the Busy Dad program, it was in the 70s. The reason that my heart rate has sunk to this level is because of the cardiovascular fitness gains of the 6 count, I have no doubt. Because there is only one push-up in each of the 6 count burpees that you perform, it's never very long before you're forcing yourself to stand up, transferring blood from one part of your body to a different part of your body, and engaging your legs. And so your legs and your core and your cardiovascular system as a whole are just unrelentingly being smashed in a 6 count workout in a way that they're not within a Navy SEAL workout. At the same time, you'll finish a 6 count workout with a good pump in your shoulders and your chest, because after all, you're performing a push-up for every single rep that you do. So you could put it like this: although the Navy SEAL outperforms the 6 count as an upper body movement, it doesn't outperform the 6 count by as much as the 6 count outperforms the Navy SEAL by as a total body movement. And so the net utility is on the side of the 6 count rather than the Navy SEAL. That, my friends, is the reason why, when I co-authored a book recently with Lee Hazard, Burpees for Beginners, we chose to focus our entire analysis around the most elementary burpee variations, starting with the 4 count and culminating in the 6 count. I truly believe that if the only burpee you could perform were a 6 count, you could become unbelievably strong, fit, and you could be a true burpee practitioner. And that we really should be careful when we stray away from that movement. The Navy SEAL is as far away from the 6 count as I'm comfortable getting. I love the Navy SEAL, and it will always be a part of my training because of the unbelievable upper body gains it gets you. But if we did have to choose, and thank goodness we do not, it would be the 6 count as the best overall movement. So Haywood, that's the answer to your question. Now, my friends, if you are interested in getting yourself a copy of Burpees for Beginners, the book that I co-authored with Lee Hazard, where we talk through the principles of building your practice as a burpee practitioner, we talk about the enormous value, spiritual and mental as well as physical, of the 6 count movement, and we give you all kinds of programming concepts that you can use. Please head on over to Amazon. I put a link in the description below, and you can find a copy of that book for yourselves. So my friends, thanks as ever for your attention. Haywood, thank you for your question. I hope that that's beneficial and revealing. Looking forward to seeing you all again later this week.